Hey guys, how you doing? It's Johnny Berba. Today I'm with my friends and my students and I'm going to help them out with their sticking points. So I'm going to introduce you guys to none other than...
What's up guys, I'm Sangeet Sejpal and I'm an international student here. I'm studying music right now. I've been doing games from last 2 months and my main motivation and intention to do the pickup, what you call the game, is just to be more masculine and being a better self. Being more confident wherever I go, and it's like an adventure. And I feel like this, the pickup stage, the game stage, is the best to put myself all in and get the most out of it. And it's a constant journey. It's a never-ending journey, and I love it.
Beautiful.
Hello, hi, I'm Neil. I'm a British citizen. I've been living here for 20 years, well, almost 20 years. Also an Arab, so it's a very different culture to Sangeet. So I'm also trying to be a better person. I've been doing the game for almost 1 year now. I was very shy talking to people, so I thought, why not try this type of method with the game? It helps me improve my confidence, my personality as a person, and be more sociable.
Nice.
Hi guys, my name is Arya. I live in London here. I was born in London, and basically the reason why I got into game in the first place was because not really for women. Of course I'm a man, I like women, but it was mostly for the reason of just I've always been the quiet guy in the room. You know, I've always been so shy and I've had social anxiety, and I just want to get out and just show people my true self and just break out of my shell and, you know, just be more outgoing and just have a better vibe about myself, and just, you know, and by doing this to be more confident with myself and just to enjoy life with that.
That's nice one, mate. Go on, sir.
Hi guys, this is Naz. Actually, the reason I'm here to get more social skills to meet with different people. Obviously, especially girls, because I personally like the woman as a man, but I had some weakness when I talk to girls. So basically, I want to improve myself, I think I'm actually being a better person, and then getting more skills, and just become a very good, presentable man to everyone.
Brilliant, is that it? Alright guys, gather around, we're going to have a chat. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to quickly go around, I'm going to talk to you one-on-one about your sticking point. So, a bit of theory, I guess. Then we're going to go out and we're going to work on it. So, I'll start with you, Naz. Yeah. So, what's your sticking point?
My sticking point is when I build a conversation.
Yeah, just get comfortable. I always do this. My legs are stiff, so that's better.
I find it hard, like what point I should escalate, and then I'll ask for a number or like date. So that's my sticking point. So which moment I'll ask for the number and this kind of thing.
So your sticking point is, let me just recite that back in my head. It's knowing when to go for the number, yep. Knowing how to escalate things, move things forward.
Like advanced level thing.
Yeah, so knowing how to go for the number, ask for a date. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. Sticking point?
My sticking point is usually in the conversations. My conversations last, you know, an average amount of time, about 5 minutes. But
yeah.
I just want to be more fun in my conversations, like have a sense of humour. Like I think it was called spiking.
Yep.
Just to be able to make the girl laugh and not just to have a boring conversation, and just and by doing that to make her attracted to me.
So better conversations, more teasing, building more attraction, just having more fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. My sticking point would be to be more tone. My voice needs to be more loud, more clear. More
tonality, more speaking up.
More speaking up. Also need to be more funny, more socially amusing, to make her more interested, more what's the word? More interested,
engaged in the
conversation. Trying to develop better conversation skills.
Right.
Be more sexually escalate, more sexual with the girl.
So similar to Naz's sticking point, kind of all similar actually, all sticking points are similar. Sangeet, sticking point?
Mine is somewhat similar.
Yes.
The first sticking point is actually the conversations. I can make conversations quite good, but I don't know how to hold them.
Right.
So, like, if they're like after go, but I want to hold them and keep more longer,
This is cool. Not because you guys have got sticking points, because you've all given me the same one. So I'm gonna talk to you, all together, because it's the same sticking point, and there's a lot I can help you guys with. And I'm confident that I can individualize it for all of you, so you're not using a method or a routine. But what you've all said was, if I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong, your sticking point is conversations, being more sexual, getting it going.
Challenge to the goal and building attraction.
Building attraction. But I think it's all in the same pot. It's all conversation. It's all geared around that. So I'm going to go through some stuff that I do, that I teach, that I'm teaching you guys. And then you can kind of pick out what you need, what you don't need, you obviously don't need, and then we can go and practice it in field. Perhaps you can come next to me, watch me do it for a bit. Might see me make some mistakes as well, which is nice. And then I can start sending you off one by one. But I think that should be good if I'm next to you, so I can demonstrate it and then watch you guys do it and give you feedback. But let's just go over it. Let's have a brief think. Right. First problem is with most guys with conversation skills, let's get down to the basics. Guys don't speak their mind. So would you all agree with that? So when we're in a conversation, we're having a conversation, it might be going fairly well, but we're not really saying what's in our head. We're saying what we think the girl would like to hear, or what would get her to stay there for that extra minute. What do you guys say to that?
I'd agree,
Another thing in conversation is, second sticking point, I'm just sort of being very generic here, but this is going to hit all of you. Guys are not, they're not sexual enough. So we're just having non-sexual conversations. We may think we're being sexual, but we're not being as sexual as we can. Obviously there's a balance. Going up to a girl and saying straight away, I want to have sex with you, that might be too much. But in the conversation, we're not communicating enough that this is man to woman conversation. So we're having a conversation that she can have with her friends, with the dentist, with the doctor. So do you think that's fair? Is that being too hard on you? Yeah? Third one is, we're not listening enough. So we're talking to girls, we're saying our part, we're enjoying that, we're being a showman, because that's kind of cool when you get to the stage where you're confident to talk, you've got a lot to say, but we're not listening to the girl. So when she's talking, we're just like, come on, I just want to get your number, you know, looking at her tits or her body.
Giving attention to the girl.
Exactly. Yeah, so, and then the next one is, we're not present. I still struggle with it, that's why I'm practicing every day, and I've got to get myself into a social state. Some days I'm feeling really present, other days I'm not. Agreed? Yeah. Some days we're awesome, some days we just can't get present. So there's already 4 things there. Let's go over them. The first one is we're not speaking our mind. The second one is we're not being sexual. The third thing is we're not listening to what the girl's saying. And the fourth one is we're not being present. You guys want to add any more? Because there's probably a lot more to that. But I'd like to get you guys' thoughts on anything else you think could make your conversations better. I've just thought of one actually. It's a sticking point that I had when I first started. We're talking too fast. We're talking like Speedy Gonzales, and we're not slowing it down. So as we're talking to the girl, look, giving her a bit of room, blah, 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 you know. So that's the speed of our voice. One, what Neil said, which is interesting, vocal tonality. We're speaking like we don't want to be heard. So we're having a chat with a nice girl on the street, but there's other people coming by, we start minimizing our voice, and she loses interest. So there's so much to it. But when you put it all together, it's pretty straightforward really. It's go over, it's be enthusiastic, it's be confident, it's be yourself, it's speak your mind, and listen and shut the fuck up and listen when she talks.
The thing is that I think the main reason sometimes, like as a guy, I think we speak too fast because of the fear. Yeah. Okay, she will leave right now, so that's the thing. Maybe we'll think like, if I speak slowly, she will go. Yeah. So that's the kind of thing I think sometimes I think in my mind. So.
You've given me another one now, that's anxiety. I forgot about that, guys. Really important one for you guys who are watching. If you're learning this, you're just going out, maybe you've never been out, maybe you've got social anxiety, is you've got fear during conversation, and the fear makes you talk fast. Sometimes it won't let you even speak, and you get in your head. So, all right, let's have a go here. Let's practice over some techniques. What I'm going to do is I'm going to practice on with you guys. We'll do a bit of improv, then we'll go out on the street. So if I can get, I think I'm going to do this. Let me get my head right. Give me a few seconds to meditate and just get some stuff to my head. Let's have a breather. All right, I've got it. So if I can just do something with you for a sec. So if you can just pretend, so if you can just sit up with me, face me for a sec. Don't worry, get yourself comfortable. So these guys are just going to watch. Let's pretend these are the people watching. It's all right. So what I'll do is I'll play a bit of a game. a good social game, and I kind of be able to tell you where you're at in your social skills. I'll be really honest, and don't be offended if I give you some constructive criticism. I'm trying to help you out. So let's have a topic that we're both interested in. We're not going to say game because we know that that's too easy. So let's have one. I don't know. Let's have a think. All right, personal development, personal improvement. Let's talk about personal improvement. All right.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is, I've given you the topic. I want you to start a conversation with me about personal improvement.
Okay.
All right, so I'm putting you on the spot now, but this is good for your improvisation. It's good for...
What kind of personal improvement, or which part you want to talk about?
Well, that's the challenge for you. I've gave you the word, I've gave you the topic. I want you to be creative and come up with some stuff. Because if I'm going to go on the street and you stop me and you ask me what I do and I say I work as a personal trainer and that's all she tells you, you're going to have to come up with material in the moment with honesty, directness. So that's the challenge.
Okay.
So, for example, you stop me, I'm a girl, and I work in the area of personal improvement or personal development or life coaching. It's all in the same area. So how are you going to keep that fun, sexy, keeping it going in the conversation?
Okay, I can say like, okay, you work as a...
Well, talk to me, don't tell me. Actually have a conversation now, let's have a real conversation.
It's really great, like you work as a personal development trainer, but the thing is, I think you have to be much more confident when you talk to the people, and then you have to have like good knowledge of understanding people. So when you do it, how do you come up with this confidence, and how do you like actually deliver the good service when you actually do the like, personal development?
Right, just to stop you there, because the guy's watching, that's actually a really good question what you've done. That's really good for you guys, because what he's actually done is he's actually sort of identified the strength as someone who does this type of job. So you're kind of challenging me on my own job, of my own skill. Really good question. So I'll be the guy, I'll answer it. So it's a good question. It comes with practice and experience. You get to work with a lot of people, so you kind of get intuitive as to where people are at and what they need. And the confidence comes from experience, and obviously helping people gives you more confidence, getting feedback. So that's how I do it.
Oh, it's really nice. So is there something you wanted to do like ever since you kid, like when you grew up? Because lots of people have lots of dreams. So when you grew up, you want to be a personal development trainer?
Well, actually, it wasn't my first choice. My first choice, I wanted to be an actor.
Okay.
I did some stage training for that. Did a bit of performance, but that didn't work out. So I got into this later. This is something I didn't plan, but I found the passion for a friend. So yeah, that's how I did it.
Well, it's really nice to talk about. Like, what do you think about, like, are you going to continue?
I'm going to stop you now. Now this is good because I found your strengths and I found a sticking point. So obviously you're on camera, so this is amazing what you're doing, but can any of you guys see a sticking point here? It's not a major one, but it's something that I could see straight away if I was a woman and we was having this conversation, which could actually improve you getting more attraction and getting on a date with you or getting a number. Any of you can see it, just throw it out. If you can't, it don't matter.
I can observe it. I don't know how to explain it in words, but
right?
Maybe
because I've seen something there.
It's something that he's trying to make the conversation longer.
Yeah.
Rather than what he really wants.
All right. So you're saying
through the flow.
Right.
But just making it longer and longer, and so expanding the time so that.
Yeah.
He thinks that he can get the result while expanding the conversation.
Yeah.
But he's not speaking off his mind.
Well, I want to look at it like this. Nothing you say is right or wrong. I want to be a bit philosophical for a second. So what you said's right, but it's wrong. And what he did is right and what he did is wrong, because I want to add some controversy into the conversation. I still want to continue with you because you're doing well. Anything else you can think of what you could have done more in the conversation? Because remember, it was just one topic. I was just saying I worked as a life coach in personal development.
Well, I think if he was like speaking to a girl, he could maybe relate the topic to himself, so he could be like less of a stranger to the girl.
Fair enough.
You know, she could know more about you.
Right, all of you have missed it, which is good. That's why I can help. Neil? Anything in that conversation you've seen that he could have added or done better? No? Even better. All right.
He's done good.
Done good? Come back in front of me. I'm going to show you something. Remember all of what I'm teaching you. I'm not teaching you a routine or a structure. So you could very well be doing the right thing. I'm just trying to add more to your game and get you more natural and get you to, build more traction. So first thing, I'm going to give you some feedback. First thing you done was really cool, was really good when you asked me, you sort of questioned my ability as a coach or as a life coach. You said, how do you know how to fit in with people's individual needs? That was really cool. And then you got me to invest. But the mistake I feel you made is you were going a bit too deep after that. When you started asking me, did I want to get into it since I was young, that's fine. I'm going to give you what I would use and what I feel you could definitely use. So let's remember I'm an attractive girl on the street, you've stopped me, you found out what I did, you've challenged me on it. You didn't do no teasing. You guys missed that. There was no teasing, there was no indication that there was sexual interest. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it was a great conversation, he was building rapport, but if you stayed in that...
I can say like...
Let me just finish. Let me finish and you have your say. Let me finish, I'm gonna help you. If you stayed on that note, all you're doing is becoming an amazing friend. Yeah? I'm gonna let you interrupt me in a minute. I'm not being rude, I wanna help you. So at that point, it was really cool, but I kind of felt like it could have been a counseling session rather than a man who's sexually interested in a woman who wants to get her out on a date and want to date her or have a relationship with her. So I almost want to give you some of my technique and then I want to start again with that conversation and I want you to incorporate it in your personality. Make sense?
Yeah.
Tell me what you're going to say before we start.
No, but for me, I think that if I was thinking as if you're a personal trainer, so I can add to be more sexual. Like, obviously, when you do the personal training, you have to be very close with the guys. Have you ever get any sexual?
Well, that's another topic because we said personal development. Remember, personal development is not personal training. It's life coaching, it's building people's confidence. It could be personal training, but that is another area. I still want to focus on the actual communication of what you could have done, right?
Okay.
So let me role play it back on you and show you what I would do. But remember, everyone is an individual. I just want to teach you the principle.
Yep.
So you're the girl now. You throw the topic at me. So I'm going to say, all right, what are you doing with yourself?
I work as a personal development trainer.
Right, okay. How did you get involved in that?
Actually, one day I was watching a video in the internet,
Yeah.
which makes me much more interesting about this kind of thing. So, and then I saw, okay, let's do something, let's see how it goes. And then I started, and then I found it really interesting. So, and then after that I decided to become a personal development coach.
That's nice, very motivated. Did you do it for the money to start with, or did you do it because you actually enjoy empowering people, helping them?
It's not really for the money, but the thing is, when I saw the video, that motivates me. So it's not really money.
Right.
It's like something I really like to do.
That's nice. But I was going to say, I'm sure the money you make help you buy those shoes. They're really eloquent. I like them. They're very feminine.
Oh, thank you very much.
Stop that. Did you see that? Did you see the difference? Now,
It's true.
that's very nice, and I'll tell you from experience, because what I've done is, I'm not being rude, I'm showing social skills, I'm rewarding her for her job, but I'm bringing sexuality in. And even you laughed because you didn't know that was coming, and I didn't even know I was going to say that.
No, I didn't.
So that's something really nice,
He's happy now.
and even he's laughing and happy, and we're both straight men. So imagine that in the moment with a beautiful girl. So that's all I want to leave you with, and I think if I leave you with that, that's going to give you the principle. But don't go over and say the same line.
No, I understand now what is my mistake, why I should have done. So thank
That's
you very
called
much.
breaking rapport and just a little bit of a spike. Just so I know you've got it, we're going to practice it back on me. You're not going to say the same line I've said. I'm going to give you a different topic of a job I do, but I want you to, you called it spiking, didn't you? Yeah. Sometimes I lose touch of all the words in the pickup. We're going to call it spiking or showing attraction or showing intent. All right, so you stop me on the street, ask me what I do.
What do you do for a living?
Oh, I work as a dancer. I dance.
You work as a dancer?
Yeah.
Something interesting thing. So
Yeah, I love it. It's my passion.
What's the biggest event you've been coming across?
Oh, biggest event I did was at a West End theatre play, and there was about 500 people. So yeah, 500 people.
It's just something nice. So, how did you feel on the day, while you was doing the biggest concert? Biggest event, because obviously it's too many people. So, what is your feelings that day?
Well, I've been doing it for years now. I've been doing it for over 12 years. So, I just love it. So yeah, it's great. I love getting out there.
Okay. I'm finding it difficult to give you like challenge about the sexual.
That's all right. That's all right. Take your time with it. It will come. It's all right to make mistakes. You don't want to have the pressure. So take your time for a sec. Let's have a pause. Let's have some eye contact and let's keep the smile. That's very important to keep the eyes on the girl. Have a smile and just be present. Just show her that you are sometimes getting awkward.
Okay, so you're a dancer. Like, I can see you have like very great shapes. Is it because you're dancing?
Good, good. See, that's it. That's the sexuality. That communicates that you're interested in me. Because otherwise, although some feedback for you guys, although she likes the fact that you're, showing interest in what she does, she's not stupid. She's a woman. She's on the street. So the fact that you've gone onto the body bit, really good. Yeah, lesson learned. All right, let's go to the next guy, next student. That was fun. Did you learn? Did it make sense? Yeah.
I learned what
You can see where you're making mistakes.
It's really helped me.
Yeah, nice. All right, let's go with Arya.
Yeah.
Conversation. So you said you were nervous, didn't you? A bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
So I want to give you some techniques to make you a bit calmer when you're in the set, or the set. Why am I saying the set? When you're in the approach, because I had very bad social anxiety. So sit in front of me for a sec. So this is going to make you be more present. So what am I going to do with you? Right, give me a second. See guys, I have to think, I have to get present. So you want to be more fun, you want to be more sexual. If you're nervous, you're going to need to really relax more, show some vulnerability. So what I'm going to get you to do is, right, show me how you usually talk to girls once you've stopped on the street. Game me.
It's just my opener.
Yeah, do your usual stuff.
Usually I don't think, actually, excuse me, sorry.
Yeah.
I know this is really random. I think you look really nice and I had to come over and meet you.
Oh, that's very sweet of you, thank you.
Yeah, so what are you doing today?
I just come back from shopping. I'm actually about to meet a friend now, so I can't stay long. I've got to get off and meet a friend.
Everyone's got 5 minutes to spare, right?
Well, yes, but
I've... Busy in London.
That's good.
Is it just me, or...?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Everyone's in a rush, but I really have to go off and meet my friend. But nice to meet you. Keep going. I'm just giving you a little bit of a challenge.
Okay. What's your name, by the way?
My name's Danielle. What's your name?
I'm Arya.
Nice to meet you, Arya.
Yeah, how rude of me. I should have asked you for your name first.
That's good. A bit of a tease.
Sorry, I've got horrendous conversational skills.
It's actually quite good. It's actually quite good. It's very natural. It's very authentic that you're calling it out. But one thing I've noticed already, you speak very low. So I want to get you to speak louder, more tonality, because everything you've said is really good. But if I'm being honest, the enthusiasm behind it could be much better.
Yeah.
So if I can get you to speak louder and clearer, that's going to get the girl more engaged. Makes sense? So an exercise for that I'm going to give you is basically, I don't want you to waste words. So I want you to concentrate on every word you say. So for example, if you say to the girl, how rude of me, I should have introduced myself, you need to really amp that up. You need to really be enthusiastic with that so she can kind of really get captured in your energy. Because if you just say, oh, how rude of me, I didn't introduce myself, she'd be like, I've got to go. But if you're like, you know what, sorry, I was so rude, I should have introduced myself. Nice to meet you, I'm Arya. You see how strong that vibe is? Again, you don't want to go out of your personality, you still want to be you, but you can definitely amp it up. So let's practice the energy more. Let's start again.
Excuse me, sorry, hi. I know this is really random. Can I just say quick, you look lovely today.
Well, that's already much better. That's already got me engaged.
Yeah.
So just by you amping up your energy, I've got a much better impression of you already. So if I do have to go in a rush, I'm going to want to hear you out more. So you passed on that. Let's continue going. All right, that was sweet of you. Thank you.
Yeah, what's your name?
Danielle. Why are you asking me this? What's going on?
You look interested in the first thing that comes into my head.
Ah, better now. You see how you're speaking louder.
Yeah.
So you're more confident already just from speaking louder. So let's keep that going for the first sort of minute in the interaction.
Where are you from, by the way? You've got this very Eastern European kind of look.
Oh, actually, everyone says that. I'm from England, but my great-great-grandma, she was from Russia, so maybe the genes have been passed down.
Can you speak any Russian at all? Or?
Actually, I don't speak any Russian, so no Russian, just English.
I can see you've got the blue Russian eyes, the pale blue kind of Russian eyes.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. When I see a woman, the first thing I see in her is, her eyes.
Good, see? And he's being more sexual because it's almost like the body follows the mind. Because he's being more enthusiastic, he's saying what he wants to say, and I can feel that. So how did you feel with that?
Yeah, it felt much better.
So what are we going to take from that? What's the tip?
I need to be more enthusiastic. Like
Got it. That's it. Simplicity is the key. You need to be more enthusiastic in conversation, because what you said was really good. You kept the conversation going. You're sexual, you're playful. You just have to spike your energy up more. All right, so that's what you're going to work on, more enthusiasm. So my legs are getting numb now. So what I'm going to do is now, just to change things round, I'm going to get Sanjeet out. We're going to do the face-off. Now I know Sanjeet is quite more advanced at this, but I want to see what the sticking point is. The battle of the two cowboys in the Wild West. So what's your sticking point?
Stand up.
How to hold the conversation longer and showing value. So like.
What do you mean showing value? How can you show a girl value? Taking your money out?
No.
I'm just being challenging. I'm just being silly.
Teasing. Yeah. So you know when you stop a girl,
Yeah.
she's like, I have to go. But you know when
Yeah.
you
My legs
express
get
your
pinned.
real value, like dominance,
Yeah.
it's like 2 seconds before you go. I really want to talk to you.
Right.
And she and I get a hold on her.
Right. So you're trying to get to stay.
Dominance.
I'm
yeah.
moving Spanish hand. You do know sometimes that a woman who's generally in a rush,
Yeah.
even for myself or someone who's experienced doing it, is just going to walk away, and you have to accept that. You do know that's part of the game.
Yeah.
That toughens you up. But having said that, there's always something we can try and do, right?
Yeah.
But I don't understand what you mean by the problem, because I've seen you out. You're killing it.
I know I'm killing it, but the thing is, women have the tendency to lie because, like, they have the fear of being approached anxiety.
Right.
So, like,
I'm
we
listening.
have approach anxiety, they have being approached anxiety. So their automatic response is like, sorry, you have to go.
It's on default. So how can you get around that? So is
Yeah.
that your sticking point? So basically, you just want me to teach you how to get them to stay when they don't really want to go.
And being more physical.
Right. Do you know what you need? You need 100% honesty and directness. That's what gets women to stay. So let me give you a few techniques first, because I want to give you mindset, technique, and a bit of philosophy, so we don't go too spiritual mumbo jumbo. So if you're 100% congruent and honest, it will really captivate her and engage her. And even if she's in a rush, she will stand and listen to you. Because it's a bit like when someone comes up like, hi sir, can I just introduce you to charity and try and sell you? Like, no, I've got to go. But you don't really have to go, you're just not interested in what they're selling. Not that we're selling something, but let's just argue to stress a point. And maybe we are selling something. Maybe we're selling our personality. We want to date the girl, we want to sleep with the girl, or we want to have a conversation, we want to find out about her. So how can you sell yourself better? You can sell yourself through being more honest. So that comes with, you just got to really hit her with it. So I'll give you an example. You be the girl trying to get away. Excuse me, can I just stop you for a sec?
Sorry, I have to go. Sorry.
Listen, 1 second. I know you're in a rush. At least hear me out before you run off. I thought you were very attractive. I'm not going to get to see you again. 30 seconds of your time. And this is why I stop you. I think you're lovely, and I'd love to invite you out for a drink.
Thank you.
You see that? Now, obviously, I've gone very direct there, but that's much better than going over, not saying what you really want to say, and her just saying, I've got to go, and you get used to women fobbing you off. So, what have you learned from the lesson already?
Speak of mind.
Speak of the mind.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Be persistent.
Be persistent. But I want to be a little bit cheeky and sneaky, and be a bit contradicting to my philosophies, because I do believe in being honest, being natural, being genuine. But sometimes we do need a few techniques in the bag.
Something like social, and be more socially calibrated.
Yeah.
So you need to know the atmosphere. It's like if a girl is in a tube and you approach her direct, you know she's in the pressure.
Well, that's it. Well, you've just told me, you just answered your own sticking point. You've just said to me now, if you can be more socially calibrated, you can stop them from trying to get away as quick.
Yeah, I think
And the way you can do that is, you can use dominance, you can use your body language, you can use touch, you can just say to her, no, just point at elbow, stand for a bit, so it's a bit natural. So as she's walking, you can just say lightly, you can say, look, I do appreciate you've got to go, just 1 more second of your time. So that touch on the arm and that just 1 more second, it's quite dominant, it's confident, and it will get her to hear you out. Then what I like to use is a tease and a challenge. You could say, actually, I want to tell you what I really like about you, but I also want to tell you what I don't like about you. But you've got to be, playful with it because you don't want to insult her. So obviously she wants to hear why you like her and she wants to hear what you don't like. So just for an example, what I'd say in a moment, I'd probably say, yeah, I just think you're really attractive. You're a really stunning girl. I know you've probably heard that, but that's how I feel. I wanted to tell you that. But what I don't like about you is you've got no time to hear me out. You're in such a rush. You just can't relax. Do you like that?
Yeah, definitely. I'll then stop and talk to you.
So with a little bit of a challenge, you saying this is what I like about you, but I don't like the fact that you won't stop and talk to me, a bit of psychology, she's very likely to go explain herself and go, well, Sanjit, I'm in a rush, I've got a play to go to, I've got friends, and you can say, I understand that, I've got a rush too, but I'd love to have a drink with you, I'm never going to see you again, and I don't do online dating. So can you already see there's a lot more material to cover? And you're being expressive, you're being dominant, you're challenging her. Because I think sometimes guys don't challenge enough. They just go up and say, I just saw you, literally just saw you, by the way, look really nice, are you from Sweden? Or you're really lovely. And the girl's like, thank you, but I've got to go.
That's the problem.
So she's got to believe it, that she's got to, you really got to show her you're not bullshitting, that you really like her, and you've gone to trouble to stop her. A classic one you can use, you see me use it a lot in my videos, and I use it all the time, is a time constraint, which is, I always say I nicked that from the game. If there's anything I nicked, which is not mine, is a time constraint. Very quick, 5 seconds, I've just got to tell you something, and I'm in a rush myself. So you got to say it first. Yeah. How about you say the one, I've got to stop you, but I've got to rush off, I've got a dinner party with friends, I've got a party. Make it sound something good, whatever. So you're showing your value. How's that?
I started this like 2 days ago. I do this, one of my friends told me, like 2 seconds. Like, just go, hold your eye contact. Excuse me, sorry. 2 seconds before you go, just 2 seconds.
Right.
I thought you looked very lovely. I like your dress and your fashion. What's your name?
That's really good, that's really cool.
Yeah, I've seen improvements, right?
But we also need to remember, we need to find what's congruent with you. Yeah. Because if you lose my line or your friend's line, it's not coming from you, is it? So if it don't come from you, when you're in the moment with the girl, she's going to sense that he's saying pickup lines. So we have to find a way of being authentic, not using lines. I'll give you another thing I like, which is really good, is your own vulnerability. So excuse me, I know you're in a rush, I understand it's, it's random, I just want to say I thought you're very attractive, and I'm going to be honest with you, I am incredibly nervous and shy. So it's taken a lot for me to come up to you and have a big smile when you said it after. And she's going to go, you're not shy. You do this to all the girls, and then you can fill in, and then we can keep working. So I think the lesson to be learned is be more direct, be more honest, show a bit of vulnerability, and challenge the girl. Give her a reason to stay and talk to you. Yeah?
Yes.
A guy done it to me the other week, it's not a good analogy. I was walking down the street and he challenged me into answering back to get me to sign up. I didn't sign up, but he did get my attention when it worked on me, and I know all these tricks, and I can't remember what he said. He said something about a nice shirt, bro, and did you get my text, or something like that. And then I went, oh, thanks, where'd you get it from? And he had me in conversation, and before I knew it, I was like, no, I don't want to be sold, I'm getting out. So that's something to think about.
Awesome.
If you're not happy with that, and you think what I've told you is rubbish, I wouldn't get offended, tell me, and we keep thinking of some other stuff.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy what you said.
You happy?
Yeah. I thought I had just lost my vulnerability. And I was following what others saying rather than speaking off my mind.
You just made me think of an even better one, more authentic. Walk up to the girl and go, excuse me, I know you're probably in a rush and you're not going to hit me out, you're going to walk off, but I just wanted to say something to you. That's called framing. If you call out what she's about to say or what you think she's going to say, I guarantee she's going to stay. And we're going to test it out on the field. Your opener is going to be almost like, you're almost prepared, you're almost like, look, I know you're going to walk off, I know you're going to be in a rush, but I'm still going to say it. And she's probably going to be like, no, it's cool, what do you want? Like, yeah. You see, a bit of reverse psychology. Solved. All right, so Neil, let's do it. This is great. This is it really gets your brain thinking.
So many.
So, what's your sticking point?
It's voice tonality.
Voice tonality.
Yeah, more clear.
All right, I've got an exercise for you. It's called hello. So I want you to say hello to me.
Hello.
Again?
Hello.
Again?
Hello.
Let me say it to you and let me see if you can see the difference. Excuse me, hello. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I'll say it again. Hello. Say it back.
Hello.
Say it to Sanjit, see if he feels it.
Hello.
Do you feel it?
Right.
A little?
Yeah.
I'll say it to you. Excuse me, hello.
Yeah.
Did you feel it? Why did you feel it?
I think it's...
No homo.
It's just coming from your mind, like straight. You're not thinking. You're just saying.
Right. Say what you think, say what you feel, and speak louder. Pronounce it. Speak from here. Bring it out.
Excuse
Boom.
me. This
Yep.
is very direct, very, very random, but you look actually amazing.
It's better, isn't it?
It's feels so cute, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we need to focus on saying what we really want to say. It's really the same for all of you. This all comes back to speaking your mind and actually being yourself. But when I keep saying being yourself, what I mean is I'm not saying you've got to be perfect and you can't tell any white lie. I'd rather you say the truth, but I mean, you really got to say what makes you happy and what you believe in. There's no point saying, you know, lines that you don't believe in, because it will actually affect your tonality. If I'm telling a lie, I'm in doubt in what I'm saying. So I'm ashamed of what I'm saying, so I'm not going to want to say it. If I'm really proud of what I'm going to say, I'm going to shout to the world. So let's work it again. Let's say excuse me, hello, and then let's say the line that you want to say, a compliment.
Excuse me, hello. Sorry.
Hi.
Can I say you look absolutely stunning?
That's even better. It's much better. Yeah? So it's really that simple. It's the mindset, and it's about bringing out your vocal tonality. But think about what you're saying before. If you get a thought comes into your head, you're like, I don't want to say that, then bypass it. Don't say that. Bring another thought in and say, that's the one I want to say. Because sometimes when I'm out approaching, something will come to my head and I'm like, that's not me, I don't want to say that. This is really what I want to say. And you'll see me sometimes change my line. So I'll stop the guy and go, excuse me, hi, can I just say it? And I'm like, no, sorry. Actually, you're lovely. I'll kind of get mad at myself in set. Because it's almost like me telling myself, hey, why aren't you being congruent? Why aren't you saying what you want to say? I'm always saying, hey, don't be a pussy. So I think there's a little bit of that going on you. You've got to sort of coach yourself and say, hey, come on, like, say what you want to say. Bring yourself out.
Sorry, hello.
Hello?
This is a bit random.
All right.
A bit weird, but
Don't say it's a bit weird. Don't say that. I hear a lot of guys saying that because that will make the girl feel weird. It's psychology. Don't say that word, it's a bit weird, because she'll think it's weird.
because I had an incident on the train, she was like, this is very awkward.
That's different on the tube. On the street, don't say it's weird, because it's not weird. It's a big, busy place on the street. You can say it's a bit random. Yeah. Just use a nicer word than weird.
It's a bit unexpected, but I just thought you look lovely today.
Oh, thank you. That's really sweet of you.
Have a nice day.
It's better.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah? But I've got an exercise to leave you with. And it's, you've got to really emphasize each word. So it doesn't matter what word you're using. Let's say, for example, I'm going to say, I really like your watch. So I'm going to pronounce the word right the way through. So no slang, no cutting corners, not like, hey man, I like your watch, no mumbling. I like your watch, I like your pink shirt, you know. What do you study? Every word is enthusiastic. Every word is to the full. So no slang in the word. Makes sense?
Makes sense.
So try it on me.
Hey, I like your style. Very nice white shirt. And your, is it dark jeans?
It's kind of dark.
And your leather, are they boots?
Boots. Yeah. Pronounce the words though. Think of every word as a chance for you to get her attracted to you. So if I'm saying to the girl, you know, I like your hair, as I say I like your hair, I want to sub-communicate my vibe. Does that make, I know that sounds a bit mental, but it's true. I'm going to get my energy across. So I'm going to say to you, you know what? I love your hair, it's so feminine. Can you feel my energy coming through?
Yes, I do.
I'm not just going, I like your hair, it's really feminine. Because there's no personality.
Like,
sexuality, you know?
lovely.
You know, I fucking love your hair. That's a joke. But I love your hair, it's so feminine. It's very attractive. Where are you from? I'm really bringing the vibe over. Bring the vibe. Bring the vibe over.
At least.
I've observed.
If you bring the vibe over, the girl don't want to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I go out sometimes. And what you got to remember, don't be afraid to get rejected. If you're afraid to get rejected, you're afraid to bring the vibe out. Don't worry about getting rejected. Everyone gets rejected. I get rejected. But that's how you get success. 5 say no. The one that you like says yes. That's your girlfriend. That's the girl you're dating. So as we're being sociable, we're improving up our communication. All right? Let's get together. So, every guy remember their sticking point?
Yes.
Yep.
Let's go out and let's practice it. All right?
Yeah.
So more sexuality in conversation, more spiking, breaking rapport, more enthusiasm. Sangeet, coming up with better lines, your own authentic lines to stop the girls. Being vulnerable and coming up with better lines. More vocal,
Emphasize.
bringing out.
Emphasis on the words.
Yeah, emphasis on the words.
Feminine. Yeah.
Right guys, let's hit the field, let's enjoy the process.